All right, this lesson is about how to write your introduction. You need three things for your introduction. You need an attention getter, sometimes called a hook, your background information, and then your claim. All right, so how do you get people's attention? How do you make them want to read your paper? That's what you want to put right away in the first few sentences of the essay. This is where you get the reader's attention. It often comes before the background knowledge, or you have even presented your claim statement. These are 5 kinds of attention getters. There are more, but these are 5 that we're going to look at today. Number 1 is a quotation. Number 2 is an anecdote. 3 is a statistic or fact. 4 is a strong statement, and 5 is a description. Okay, number 1, you can start with a quotation and how it reveals something about your subject. So my subject today is the dress code policy at school. So I started with a quotation about fashion and clothes and what it means. So I started with a quote by Prada. It says, "What you wear is how you present yourself to the world, especially today when human contacts are so quick. Fashion is instant language." Number 2, an anecdote. This is a short story that creates interest in your subject. The emphasis is on short. So in 2015, after the United Airlines barred 3 girls from flying because they were wearing leggings, women flooded Twitter with their own stories about the first time they were publicly humiliated for their clothing. One woman named Laura said the girls in her school had to wear large, oversized t-shirts that said, "I violated the dress code." Number 3, a statistic or fact. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, dress codes are legal as long as they do not, quote, "treat boys and girls differently, force students to conform to sex stereotypes, or censor particular viewpoints." But the facts are clear. More girls than boys are dress coded in the schools each year across the U.S. Number 4, start with a strong statement. School dress codes unfairly target female students, especially female students of color, causing marginalization and shame. We need to stop this victimization of girls at school. Right, and the last one is a description. This is something more that you make up. This is different from the anecdote in that you create this. You create a scenario. So middle school is like swimming in a reckless ocean. People you don't know can comment on what you wear, and even the wrong pair of shoes can wreck your reputation. You finally convinced your mom to buy you a pair of leggings. Your mom said they weren't good for school. She thinks but doesn't say that they are not good for you, because you are not skinny like your 7-year-old sister. You wear them wondering if you look like you fit now, the way the popular girls who lean against the 8th grade lockers look. First hour class, your teacher pulls you aside. Her voice is kind and low, like she is trying to help you. "Here is a pass. Go get your jacket from your locker." She thinks but doesn't say that something about you isn't right. Your face turns red when you return, jacket tied around your waist. The faces of the others look away as you take your seat. They think, but don't say the million things you can't bear to hear that they will be whispered in the halls later. Tears prick at your eyes. That ocean is swallowing you up. Right, those are just several different kinds of attention getters that you could use for the same topic. Once you have an attention getter that you like, it's important that you build background knowledge about your subject. To argue effectively, it's important to make sure that your audience understands the situation or problem you're talking about. And to do that, you need to build your audience's background knowledge by describing the situation or the problem. Okay, so think about this. Is your topic currently in the news? Why are people talking about it? What is the current issue surrounding your topic? Or should your topic be in the news? What do people need to know? What is the issue surrounding your topic? So here's some example background knowledge about dress codes. In the past year, schools all over the country have made national news for the ways they enforce their dress code, and a growing number of students across the country are spotlighting unfair and discriminatory school dress codes. This is something that's in the news. It's a new thing that you hear about. So it is something people are rethinking. Is this something that we should be doing? How should we be writing dress codes? Is it fair to girls? Is it fair to boys? To think the way we do about dress codes. So it is a current debate that is going on in schools right now. All right, once you have your background knowledge, you're going to add it to your attention getter. So I took my anecdote, it was the story that I had found about people being dress coded, and I just added it to my background knowledge. So now my introduction is this. In 2015, after the United Airlines barred 3 girls from flying because they were wearing leggings, women flooded Twitter with their own stories about the first time they were publicly humiliated for their clothing. One woman named Laura said the girls in her school had to wear large, oversized t-shirts that said, "I violated the dress code." In the past year, schools all over the country made national news for the ways they enforce their dress code, and a growing number of students across the country are spotlighting unfair and discriminatory school dress codes. All right, so your attention getter there in green, the background knowledge in blue, and now you just have one thing left to do, and that is to add your claim. So after the green attention getter, the blue background knowledge, to bridge to your claim, now I can make my claim, which is such outdated dress codes need to be re-examined and rewritten because they unfairly target female students, and especially female students of color, creating feelings of shame and embarrassment and contribute to a hostile school environment. So by the end, you should have 3 different parts: your attention getter, your bridging background information, and your claim. And there you have your introduction.